poster for it. This was a piece commissioned by the owner of the new dance hall near Paris called the Moulin Rouge. The piece is by Lautrec, and he was asked to make a vivid and colorful poster kind of depicting the bar scene to attract new customers to the establishment.
The lady in the center seems to be getting all the attention from the boys.
She does. It's the new modern era. They had more free time. They were able to go dance and enjoy different entertainment that they hadn't before. And because of the loosening of the censorship laws in 1881, Lautrec was able to make an image like this and have it be so widely embraced and celebrated by these people.
It's so big, I wasn't expecting it to be this big in our textbooks.
You're right, it's 6 feet tall. I would have never guessed, but the use of the lithograph, which this was Lautrec's first lithograph, really enabled him to make large-scale prints, and then he printed over 3,000 that he posted around, and this piece made him an overnight sensation and really drew people to the Moulin Rouge.
Cool. Let's check that piece out. What are you looking at, Miguel?
This painting, I don't get it. It's just a bunch of lines and squares.
Mondrian would be disappointed to hear you say that.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, he felt that there was a fundamental harmony that manifested itself in these simple forms.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, he felt that abstraction had the power to create a pure reality that could unify all of humanity.
Wow, that's pretty deep for such a simple painting.
Yeah, it is. I guess you could view it as kind of an escape. Composition 1921 was an attempt to transcend political, cultural, and economic boundaries that were a result of modernity.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I think he succeeded.
You guys want to go see where Grace went?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Hey Grace, what are you looking at?
This piece reminds me of an old comic book.
That's because Liechtenstein was heavily influenced by popular advertisement in comic books in the 1960s. Like when he made this piece in 1963 called Drowning Girl.
Did modernity have a role in this?
It did. Much like how Andy Warhol was criticizing modernity and consumerism, Liechtenstein was doing the same thing. But he would parody these pop culture figures in a tongue-in-cheek way by cropping and enlarging the panels to really focus in on the subject matter, which usually consisted of these teary-eyed women.
So why did he do that?
Well, rather than reproducing the images, he really wanted to tackle the way in which the media perceived them. So he focused on these women in these highly emotional content to show that women were usually portrayed to be the vulnerable ones in modern-day romantic relationships.
How did he do that?
Well, if you see how he has that speech bubble that's referring to this Brad character, he's supposed to be her heroic counterpart that's usually the cause of her distress or the one that's supposed to save her from whatever situation.
Well, I don't need a heroic counterpart. Let's go find Maggie.
I think she went over here.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Hey, what's up, guys?
That last piece looked like a comic book, but this looks like a video game.
Well, you're right, this is from a video game. This is R&B City, and it was created by Kyle Fay in 2008 for the virtual video game Second Life.
So it kind of is like a video game.
Well, sort of. Kyle Fay intended this to be a celebration of modern art and the rapidly expanding cities and technology. It's actually more of an art center for players to go and experiment in art, design, architecture, and even filmmaking. And they can even reconstruct or redesign the city in any way they want.
I just don't understand why a video game would be in an art museum.
Well, when you think about it, it's not too different from what we've seen earlier. Toulouse-Lautrec's Moulin Rouge was a lithograph, which was a fairly new art medium during the 1890s. So Calfee is doing the same thing here. She's using new technology as a way to celebrate modernity.
Okay.